Hello and welcome to the next edition of the Senior Spotlight Show. I'm your host, AJ Ganger. Joining me now is our next senior, Isabella Reyes. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Introduce yourself a little bit.
I am a four-year singer-dancer with the show choir, and I'm also the head drum major for the Pride of Piqua Marching Band.
Has there been any other activities you've been involved with?
I'm also a member of NHS, Link Leaders, Hope Squad. I'm in the musical this year, which is going on right now.
You're involved in a lot of stuff. How do you find time for yourself, if you do?
Oh, I think it is pretty hard, but just being able to find other people that have similar interests, you can find time to work out that kind of thing with them.
Nice. What has been your favorite memory since attending Piqua City Schools? So it doesn't just have to be a high school memory.
I think it would be freshman year, going to Chicago with the choir. I think it was really cool being able to experience a new state with everybody else.
That's good. What do you think underclassmen have to look forward to when it comes to their senior year?
I would say being able to get that load taken off after all of the hard work you've put into all the prior years.
What are your future plans right now?
I plan on attending The Ohio State University for health sciences.
Nice. Why'd you pick that?
My family has been really involved in the medical field, and I plan on being a dermatologist, and I think that would be really cool.
So just want to look at people's skin for a living, huh?
Yeah.
What have been some of your favorite teachers over the years?
I think I really like Miss Starrett this year. I also really liked Mr. Lytle. I thought he was really cool as well. Yeah.
Good.
I'm not sure I understand.
Is that you or me?
That was me.
Siri's over here talking to you. What is some advice that you would give anyone going into high school? So like an 8th grader coming through the doors.
Don't be afraid to try new things, but also don't bite off more than you can chew.
Good advice. And then tell me one more thing that you would like to add about what it was like to go to Piqua High School.
I thought it was a really great experience being able to have access to so many unique opportunities and being able to make friends with so many new people.
Well, thank you again very much for taking the time to be with us.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back here on the Senior Spotlight Show. And welcome back to the Senior Spotlight Show. Joining me now is our next senior, Jacob Barty. Jacob, thank you for taking the time. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, Jacob Barty. I am a senior. I do art stuff, I guess.
Is there any other activities that you've been involved with since being here at Piqua High School?
I'm currently on the track team, doing a lot better than I thought I would. I play a lot of video games. I enjoy socializing. Science is hard.
What events do you do in track?
So far, I'm doing relay races. Last one I did was 4x2. Did a lot better than I thought in my last track meet.
That's good.
It's cold, but I did a lot better than I thought.
Good, man. What has been your favorite memory from attending Piqua City Schools?
Favorite memory? Being with Fashner, honestly. Fashner's a cool teacher.
Yeah. Would you say he's your favorite teacher?
He's up there.
Who is your favorite teacher?
Mrs. Krogman.
Why?
She seems like a very chill person to be around. She's very polite, and she's very relatable with things.
That's a really good answer. What do underclassmen have to look forward to when it comes to their senior year?
Don't stress out too much, unless you're me.
You stress about everything, don't you?
Yes, I just want to make sure, just guarantee, go to college and stuff, and worry about everything else. And don't over worry things, and just chill out a bit.
What are your future plans right now, Jacob?
Currently, I guess the simplest thing is art. I really want to try out for something a little bit bigger. Have you heard of something called esports?
Oh yeah, esports. Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
That's something I really want to get interested in a little bit more. but I just need to figure out a good starting place.
Yeah, I know Ohio State has a really huge esports program. Maybe you need to look into that.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have a huge like arena-based like facility just for esports.
Neat.
Yeah, you
Sounds
should
cool.
check that out. What is some advice that you would give anyone going into high school? So, for example, an 8th grader coming through the doors as a freshman.
Okay. Don't get involved in unnecessary drama. That's just not necessary at all. And don't be dumb. Be smart with your choices. Just don't do nothing that you'll regret in the future.
And then tell me one more thing that you would like to add about what it was like to go to Pickle High School.
I had fun, honestly. Like when I'm in my younger years, I thought college was gonna be, oh, I'm gonna get bullied. This is so fun. Teenagers are so lame and gross. Look, honestly, this is a very relaxing team,
Yeah.
and I honestly enjoyed it a lot.
Well, thank you again, Jacob, for taking the time to be with us today. We'll be right back here on the Senior Spotlight Show. Welcome back to the Senior Spotlight Show. Joining me now is our next senior, Jesse Furman. Jesse, thank you for taking the time to be with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Jesse Furman. I'm a senior.
Jesse, tell us some of the activities that you've been involved with.
I did track all 4 years, cross country all 4 years, and then I played basketball freshman in my senior year.
So 3-sport athlete, huh? That's awesome, man. What's your favorite memory from attending Pickle City schools?
Probably just making all my friends and stuff like that.
What do you think underclassmen have to look forward to when it comes to their senior year?
I'd have to say just having a good time.
What are your future plans right now?
Study civil engineering at the University of Cincinnati.
Why'd you pick civil engineering and why Cincinnati?
I've always been a math type of guy, and Cincinnati has a really good engineering program.
Awesome, man. That's a good answer. What is some advice that you would give anyone going into high school? So like an 8th grader coming in?
Do your homework.
Do your homework.
Yeah.
That's been a lot of everyone's answers to that question. Get your work done now because you don't want to fall behind. What are some of your favorite teachers?
Probably Mrs. Berkey, engineering, and Fashioner, which is art teacher.
Why are those your favorite?
They've always pushed me to do better.
Tell me anything else about what it was like to go to Pickle High School.
Probably just making new friends and stuff like that.
Good, man. Thank you again for taking the time to be with us. We'll be right back here on the Senior Spotlight Show. Welcome back to the Senior Spotlight Show. Joining me now is our next senior, Lucas Camoli. Lucas, thank you for taking the time to be with us.
Yep.
Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm obviously senior in high school for Pickle. I spent freshman and sophomore year here, and then I went to JVS for Ag and Power Technologies, and now I'm graduating from here and, graduating from UVCC, and then played soccer first 2 years of high school. Last 2 years of high school did golf, and then all 4 years of high school I've done music program. I've been in the show choir 4 years as a singer-dancer.
Why did you pick to go to the UVCC instead of staying here?
It's mainly because I'm more of like a hands-on learner, and I've always had that like dig for the mechanical side of things. Like I've always loved working on cars, anything like lawnmowers. Pretty much I love anything that has 4 wheels.
That makes a lot of sense, man. What has been your favorite memory from attending Pickle City School? So not just the high school, but it can be...
Probably the best memory I have was when me and the rest of my class all went to DC in the 8th grade. Even though it rained almost every day of that trip, we were absolutely soaked. It was probably the most fun I've had in a long time.
Yeah, that's probably a really good memory you'll cherish for the rest of your life, too. What do you think underclassmen have to look forward to when it comes to their senior year?
One thing they got to look forward to, but watch out for, is how fast it creeps up on you. It will, you think, oh, this takes forever, blah, 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 I'm never going to graduate. And then all of a sudden you're 20 days from graduation.
Yeah. What are your future plans right now?
Right now I plan on, in August, going up to Cleveland, Ohio, and attending a 18-month program at Ohio Technical College.
Why did you pick that?
It is a difference from UNOH, which is my other option. UNOH, you go for anywhere between 2 and 4 years. You don't get a degree. You pretty much just get a paper that says you went here. With Ohio Technical, for a little extra money, I can get an associate's degree in applied science of my choosing.
Nice. Have you had any favorite teachers?
Favorite teacher here would probably be, she doesn't not a teacher here anymore, but it's a pretty close call between Miss Askins and Mr. Williams.
And why did you pick those two?
Those two, Miss Askins always, anytime anybody needed help in class, she'd usually, after she's done teaching, she'd walk around the class, help people out. Mr. Williams, he'd stop in the middle of a lecture so you could answer a question about something. I mean, you'd be in the middle of a lecture talking about something, and you'd raise your hand and be like, what? And he always threw in the little jokes about, the little jokes about whatever we're learning that day into the presentation. It was pretty fun class. Miss Askins' class was just all around all fun.
Yeah, sounds like fun, man. What is some advice that you would give anyone going into high school? So an 8th grader coming through the doors.
So, advice-wise, I would say probably don't just dilly-dally in your classes. If you have classes, it's easier to just get all of your main classes out the way your first 3 years, or even if you need some your senior year. Like in my case, I got all of my main classes out the way my first 3 years of high school, so now I'm taking 2 technically classes that I need, and then I leave early, so
Right.
I can spend the rest of my day doing whatever I want.
Exactly. And then tell me anything else that you would like to add about what it was like to go to Piqua High School.
Well, first off, it was when my class got here freshman year, high school did not look anything like it does now.
No.
And then in between that transition between sophomore, junior, and senior year, it slowly transitioned to what it looks like now with the 500 wing being first, then the rest of it. So I would just say cherish the fact that you have pretty much a brand new school to go learn with, and you have all these teachers that are coming in. And from my experience, all the teachers seem to like what they're doing. And so just do what you need to do to graduate.
Well, thank you again for taking the time to be with us today. This will conclude this episode of the Senior Spotlight Show. For Lucas, I am your host, AJ Ganger. We will see you next time when we do the Senior Spotlight Show next year.